Peace was going down as DJ Pain 1. I didn't want to waste any time addressing this topic, but I opened my mouth on Twitter and some people had some questions. About 4 years ago, I put out a video titled How to Get Beats to Recording Artists. I believe that was the title. And in that video, I gave a few suggestions on how newer producers can start getting their tracks to both unsigned, independent, and major artists by utilizing social media and various other resources, some of which don't exist anymore. One resource was a woman by the name of Sarah J. So if you're a producer who uses social media, no doubt you've heard of her. You can send her your beats. She claims she will get you placements. Now, I want to issue both a retraction and apology. I don't personally recommend using Sarah J. At the time, I thought things were on the up and up, but I had a really, not even one experience, a series, maybe 4 or 5 different really negative experiences with her, and not personal experiences. I've never met her. It was all business. So I want to issue the retraction. I don't co-sign that service. I don't co-sign her as a professional. Because of that, I'd like to issue an apology to all of you for being careless, because at the time I was working with her pretty closely and I gave information that I now regret giving to you. I'm not saying don't work with her. You make your own decisions. If you had positive experiences with her, cool. I didn't. She facilitated a situation where not only did I get robbed for $6,500, but I'm not even going to get into it. We're, too obsessed with exposing people. That's something that people do, especially in the hip-hop world on the internet, where you expose people. All I'm doing is telling my story and speaking on my experiences. Yes, other people have similar stories with Sarah J., but they can speak on those. And I'm not going to get into the whole full story, because I could make 5 20-minute videos each, and I don't think anyone wants to hear me talk about exactly what went down. If they do, cool. Someone with a podcast platform with a listenership, or an online TV show, or a terrestrial or satellite radio, or something with a listenership or viewership, you can contact me. Maybe I'll tell the story, but I'm not going to upload it and spend all that time. But because I'm making a bold statement, which is that I don't personally recommend to producers that they work with Sarah J., but you can make your own decisions, I want to back it up with something. I don't want to just put out baseless statements. Initially, why I even brought it up, because I've been blocked on Twitter by Sarah J. for years, right? So I don't even see her tweets. It wasn't until a producer retweeted something and she was talking to me on social media, I saw that Sarah J. tweeted, "Producers, remember, if there's no communication, money, or paperwork from the artist, keep shopping around the beat. It's not theirs." And that bothered me, because, as I said, she facilitated a situation where she was, she calls herself Sarah J. Manager, so she was acting as a manager on my behalf at the time that I had $6,500 stolen from me through a fairly, I don't want to say too sophisticated, but sophisticated enough fraudulent business arrangement. In addition to that, I put out an infographic years ago with screenshots of all these tracks that I had produced that were credited as produced by Sarah J., and my name was completely left off. So, truth be told, I felt a way about her tweeting that, because it was hypocritical to me. Saying if there's no communication, money, paperwork from the artist, keep shopping around the beat. That's not, if you're a manager, that's your responsibility. If you're the person communicating with the artist, sending the beats to the artist, you don't just send the beat and then whatever happens. That's not what a manager does. So to further illustrate that point, I didn't even have to do any work, because she told the truth. In that regard, cool. Respect to Sarah J. for telling the truth about herself and her business model. As you can see right here, great producer Black Metaphor said it'd be cool if she didn't get the production credits. Damn, that's fraudulent. And Sarah responded. I don't know how I can still see her tweets even though I'm blocked, but I took a screenshot because I thought this really drove home the point that I'm trying to make here about her. This is why I can't recommend her personally. Again, I'm just telling you my experience and my opinion. I don't control your career. Do what you want to do. But here she goes, Sarah J. at SJ Manager. She said, and excuse the language, I didn't type this, she did. She said, go holler at the artist who fucked up the credit. I send the beat. So basically what she's saying is, making sure a producer gets credited isn't my responsibility. All I do is send the beats out. So this is what I'm saying. That's not what a manager does. A manager doesn't just send emails out. I don't even know what job description matches what she's claiming she does. An actual manager knows about the business. They advocate on your behalf. They're the point person for making sure you get credit, for making sure there's communication between your lawyer and the label entity that's purchasing the beat from you. They negotiate on your behalf when it comes to money. They try to get you money. Number one, they want to get you credit, because if they're managing you, the more credits you receive and the more money you receive, the more money they receive. That's how management works. So that tweet exemplifies why I'm apologizing to you. In general, when it comes to producers seeking management, just make sure that you're working with the right people. It helps to know about the business yourself, so you're protecting your best interest when you walk into a management situation. You know that the other person has your best interest in mind. Manager should have your best interest in mind. A manager should be able to get you some money, get you some notoriety, and more than anything, just work hard to make sure your brand is being built up. If they're more focused on their brand than your brand, that's a conflict of interest. You shouldn't, in my opinion, be a part of that situation. Anyway, much success to you. I apologize again. I try to put out good information, so when I feel like I messed up, I want to take responsibility for that. So thank you. Peace.